Yo, what's going on, everybody? Something seems off. Trying to figure this out. I don't know why, but the camera seems like it's zoomed in on me. I don't know what that's about. Let me see if I can figure it out. It's like the camera mode is messed up or something. That's that. We don't want that. We don't want that. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy, but I swear it's like zoomed in. I can't figure out why it's doing that. And it's also slow. But hey, guys, I hope you're all doing well. I'm going to back the camera up a little bit. Try that. Yeah, maybe I'm just crazy. Anyway, you guys let me know if it seems weird. I was only 3 minutes late. It's like 30 minutes, isn't it? Let's see. Paul Mills, what's up, dude? Mr. Left-Handerson. What's going on, dude? 27 months. Appreciate you, dog. Missed out on the WMK MASH. I was only 4 hours late. Totally spaced off. It sucks, man. Sorry. Yeah, I heard they went pretty quick today. I do have this one right here. This one's going to be up for giveaway. So if you guys want to pick one of these up, or sorry, if you want a chance to win one, you can go over to Drop Beacon and enter to win. This is actually number 000 of 200. So I don't know if Kaiser sent me that one because it's our knife, and maybe that's what they do. I guess, no, the other ones aren't numbered, I guess. So I don't think I can tell. I do have another exclusive. Can't show you guys, but I could check to see if it's numbered. Let's see if we just got lucky or what. Might not even be numbered for all I know. Hope you guys are having a good night. Still feels like it's extra zoomed in. Yeah, this one's numbered too. So let me see. Yep. This one's number 000 as well. So I guess that's what they do. They give the designers 000. No, 3 zeros. But I'm probably going to keep that one. A little more my speed. If I had to venture to guess which one Colin would keep, I actually don't know. He'd probably keep the White Mountain one that we're giving away. So maybe this one with the purple. Or the Shipwreck? The Shipwreck? I don't know. Not sure. Not sure. I got the lights on freaking. They're like blasting on me here. Let me lower these. Sorry, guys. I'm a little ill prepared as usual. I had a zoning variance meeting tonight I had to go to because we're trying to install a fence. We want a 6-foot fence, and our house technically has 3 front yards because we're on a corner and we're on a cul-de-sac. So we're only allowed to have like a 4-foot fence, but it doesn't make any sense with the pool. So I had to pay to do a variance meeting, or sorry, have a zoning hearing meeting or whatever. And I had that tonight. So I had to like make my case and shit, which was kind of weird. But whatever. Man, this is bugging me how close it is zoomed in on me. Let me try something. So, no. Man, does anybody have an idea of why it's like this, or if I'm just going crazy? Does it look like it always does? Because I feel like it's not. I feel like it's not, guys. And it's going to bug the shit out of me until I figure this out. I don't have any weird stuff going on. Oh, wait, here's the zoom. Well, that's one way to do it. So what the fuck? Dude, it was set to 1x zoom. And I did the wide angle, and when I went back to 1x zoom, it switched to this, which is normal. So I don't know what the hell that was, but this is what I'm talking about. I knew I wasn't crazy. All right, let me pull this back in now. It didn't feel right. There we go. All right. Sorry about that, guys. Lucky you. My 5-year-old hasn't taken this shower after football practice yet. Yeah, dude, it's been an interesting couple of weeks because my daughter was doing summer camp all summer, and they definitely did a great job wearing the kids out. That was kind of their goal. They would just play tag and go to the pool and do fun shit. And she would go to bed, like she never did before. And then she was off this week and last week because she starts school Monday. And so she's been home just bored out of her mind. We're working during the day. Like, we try to come up with stuff, but it's tough. So she's been just watching shit on an iPad or hanging in my office using this phone and watching shit. And she just hasn't gone to bed till like midnight every night. So I've been, trying to get her to sleep. I had to lay in bed with her. I'm reading her like 8 books, whatever. She eventually just nods off after hours and hours. So that's been fun. But my wife is putting her to bed today, helping me out. I got the little guy down before the stream. Let's see. Christopher Brown, what up, dog? Hey, Kevin, how's it going, bud? I scored the titanium mash then the other day, the purple mash. So awesome. Hey, where is the polished DLC version dropping? Okay, good question, man. So, the Kaiser Divo mash, this is our design Kaiser knife. So this is not an OEM project. This is a licensed project. So we don't have as much control, just so you guys know. I don't control if there's hardware kits. We didn't even control the versions. I wish they had given us a little more, say in that, because there would have been some changes. There's certain exclusives they did that, one of them doesn't make as much sense for us. And this one, normally a reverse tux with a DLC polish would be an exclusive at Urban Cutlery, unless it's like a dealer specific knife. But this is aluminum blasted. So it's blasted aluminum with a DLC polish M390 blade, which is pretty interesting. These are only available on the White Mountain Knives website. The Kaiser Knives website. So these are only available through Kaiser, and they drop on September 1st with the other ones. So you said you got a purple mash. I don't know how you got one, but awesome. I was under the impression the standard versions, which are the purple haze, the reverse tux with the polish, the black aluminum with purple, and the shipwreck are going to be available on 9/1. And then that polished one is only available on Kaiser's website. The rest you can get at different dealers. I've seen these listed at a few different dealers, these 3 versions right here. So those are the ones you can pick up anywhere. If you wanted the White Mountain one, you had to pick it up today on their drop. I think they had 200. And then if you want the polished one, you got to pick it up on Kaiser's website. I think they said there's like 50 of them. I think. And then there is another exclusive. I'm not allowed to show it to you yet. And I don't know when that'll be available, but there are a lot of them. If the serial number I just looked at is correct, there's 300 of those. So, but tonight I did want to talk about Kansept Knives. Sorry. So I have a bunch of concepts I need to unbox, and I figure this is my best chance to, clear out some knives I have in for review because I have a bunch. And yeah, so we're going to talk about Kansept tonight. I have these 4 knives that we're going to open up and chat about. We have the Mini Lanza, the Main Street. I think that one has the button liner lock or something. The Strip and the Contra. So we have those 4. If I remember correctly, a couple of those are dead sexy ones that I really wanted to check out. So I'm excited to check those out. But I figured you guys might want to talk about the mash at first here. Motor City picked one up. Sick, dude. Yeah, the shipwreck looks cool. I do wish there was more copper in the actual shipwreck camo. Camo Carbon did show me a sheet of the newest shipwreck, and it does look better. So we might use that again. Now that it looks like they added a little bit. It doesn't look like amazing like it used to. I don't know what's going on with them, why the colors are different than it used to be. But yeah, actually, this does look good. This is it's hard for you to see because of I don't know what it is, a filter or something he has there, but you can clearly see there's a shit ton of copper in it. So we're probably going to use that again. Because I have a couple ideas for a sick version I think would look good. Which retailer is going to have the... I answered that. It's the Kaiser exclusive one. I did ask Kaiser if they would sell the reverse tux ones to Urban Cutlery. They didn't respond today, and they're dropping in like 2 days, so they're probably not going to do it. But I did ask that because, if they had told me they were only making a certain amount of those or that they were making them at all, I would have tried to connect them with Urban Cutlery and had it be an exclusive with them. So, yeah, a little bit of, miscommunication there. Kaiser just not filling us in on everything. But, it's their knife. So, I got to try not to be controlling about it. But you guys know how I am. I'm OCD about shit. The mash does look sick as fuck. Congrats on your continued success. Thank you. Sweet. I have the Strip, Contra, and Main Street anniversary. Interested to see your thoughts because they're all fire. Hopefully they gave you the purple Contra because that's Kev all day. Yeah, I never really... I just tell them to send me whatever. They sent me a black wash, black and plain tie Contra. I always tell companies when they ask me which version, unless something really stands out to me, I just tell them, send me whatever. I'm going to pass them around anyway. It's not a big deal. So if they have a preference or something, it is what it is. I was able to grab the purple fat carbon mash as well. So did you guys get them at Blade City on pre-order? Is that what you're saying? Hopefully they aren't like Kansept and think a run of 800 is limited edition. Well, what are we talking about? Because I know they told me there's like 50 of the reverse tucks. There's 200 of the White Mountain Knives ones. And then there's 300 of this other one that I can't talk about yet. So there's a decent amount of the mashes. Hopefully they sell well for them. Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything else I wanted to cover. I did get some new prototypes today. I don't know if you guys want to see those. I might make a video on it. So I don't know if I want to show them, but it's the nipple slips, the larger nip slip. Yeah, I think that's it. I do have. Oh, I have the bender. I just want to knock out all the Divo stuff here. This is a Remet bender. So if you guys aren't aware, the bender is a model that we've been working on for years, and we just never really were able to get it to the finish line. We started it with Best Tech, and then their pricing was just stupid, so we moved it over to Remet. And then that was when Remet first started. And, the prototypes were fine, but they weren't like, they weren't like dialed in the way we like. So we kind of held off for a while. We had all this other shit going on. And then eventually I kind of was like, oh, why don't I just see if Remet wants to do the bender, and we'll just license it to them. That way we can get that model out there. And, they picked it up, and since then, in the last year and a half or so, their quality, which has always been good, but like they've proven their machining is top notch at Remet. Like they're just showing off with that scepter knife just to show what they can do. So doing a inset tab liner lock like this, I figured they could do a great job at this point. So anyway, Remet picked this up. So this is a Remet knife, Divo design. These are in Vanex Super Clean. You can see they're completely sterile. So there's no billboarding at all. The steel isn't even written on it. There is some writing on the inside. I had them laser on there, Divo and Remet or whatever. Our usual kind of like, hey, this is who worked on the knife. It says Remet X Divo Knives. And I don't know if they put the steel somewhere in there too. I don't see it, but it is Vanex. And then there is a Damasteel version. So those of you who have been waiting for us to come out with a Damasteel knife, we finally have that coming out here with Remet. This one's DLC belt satin reverse tux, looking sexy. Oh, this one's left-handed, by the way. I was able to have Remet make lefties, so they made like 9 of 3 different versions. So there's like 27 lefties, which is probably enough. So if you're left-handed, you got a chance to pick up a lefty bender, which is pretty cool. But I love this design. It's got a kind of a classic Colin blade shape, that spear foot style blade I really like. And it's a really comfortable knife in hand. It's a great slicer. It is hollow ground, so you got a real nice thin edge on it. And it's full titanium build with a tab lock. The tab lock is steel, so you don't have to worry about an insert or anything. It makes it lighter weight and thinner. And like I said, it's an inset lock, so no liners in there. Detent, they nailed on these. The hole is nice and crispy, easy to flick out. They did a great job on these. So really stoked on that. Internally mounted pocket clip. You got your lanyard hole back here for those 12 of you. And it's got some sexy milling on it. So there's a few versions of that. When the time comes, I will share more. They're probably going to drop in a few weeks, few weeks, something like that. So I'll make a video leading up to it, show you all the cool versions. There's one with bead blasted tie. It's got crystal tie, blue crystal tie accents, and I think either a belt satin or a hand satin or something. Then there's like an acid wash one with brass, and then there's this one, reverse tux, and then there's the Damasteel version. I think the Damasteel one has like black or dark handle, and then it has gold accents or something, and then the Damasteel, I think I have them here, but I don't want to. I'll show them when it's time. Know what I mean? And I don't think there's that many of them. They only made like, there's less than 300 on the run. So hopefully you guys buy them all, and then they know it's a good knife and they'll make more. You know, they kind of took a risk on it, just picking it up for us. So shout out to Romet. I just wanted to get the knife out there, you know. All right, so this one is the Main Street. Let's check this bad boy out first. Yeah, Romet does make their own what do you call it? Solid cage bearings. They're not skiffs. I think they're brass. They're not made out of phosphor bronze, which does make skiffs, I think, a little bit better. But yes, Romet does make their own bearings that are solid cage, which are nice. So here's the Main Street. This one's got blue, I think it's aluminum scales, and then it's got like stripes. The interesting style. It is a top liner lock, so it's a compression style lock with a button on it. Very common these days. I wish there was a little texture on the button, but you know, it still works. Thumb studs, definitely better than a crossbar lock or you know, a plunge lock or something. So I'm glad they're using this lock now versus what they've been doing a lot of. This is a Dirk Pinkerton. You got that Warney blade, obviously going to be a great slicer, unboxing knife as well. Edgarito or Edgarito. We know that it's not Japanese now. I got the ATK Catalyst in recently. It's perfect. Oh, awesome, dude. That is awesome. That does remind me. I want to give you guys the link to the giveaway. So let me get the MASH giveaway here. So I'll put the giveaway link in the chat, and then I'll do a QR code for it too. I might do another one for tonight. We'll see. Or I might just share this one, and you know, you guys can enter to win the White Mountain one. Okay, the QR code should now go to the QR code should now go to the MASH giveaway. Did I freeze? What the hell is going on here? Ethernet cabled in. Yeah, my internet's fine. I don't know what it would be exactly. Sound. Yo, I'm gonna switch the mic up to my MacBook. It's probably gonna fix that. I don't know what's going on. Let me just give me a sec. Let's see if this helps. Put away the mic. Okay. All right, so you guys can hear me now, but I'm still lagging, right? What is that all about, dude? I'm trying to think what I did differently. I didn't do anything different. All right. I'm gonna try one more thing, okay? Just give me a second. I'll be right back. See if this works. I think we're good. All right. I think that's better. I don't know exactly what the hell is going on, but I'm thinking maybe my mic somehow is jacking everything up. But let me know if we're good now. Well, let me check. Make sure the audio is still, yep. MacBook. Yep. All right. So I don't know. I just I had to remove the DJI mic, and then I backed out and relaunched Chrome, and I somehow brought back the cameras fine now. So, all right. What was I gonna do? I can't do all the drop beacon and extra stuff with one finger typing. I will be laid up this way for weeks. I'll be lurking. All right. I mean, the drop beacon stuff, all you got to do is scan the QR code up there. And then as long as you have the account already, you just be clicking. Sever says screen froze. Am I good now or not? Let me know. Let me know if I'm good. Not seeing any comments, so it is a bit concerning. All good. Yes, sir. Good on my end. Okay. All right. Well, I don't know what happened. I could only hold my breath so long. Did you see my eyes? I was moving. I was checking the chat. I was waiting for somebody to say something. Oh boy. All right. So yeah, this is the Kansept Main Street with their version of the top liner lock. No complaints about that I can see. We're locked up solid. Action is good. It has liners, and they're proud liners, and then they're milled out pretty well. So yeah, I mean, it's interesting. I guess it's pretty normal these days to do it that way, but somebody mentioned this is like an anniversary knife or something. I don't see anything on here, but I believe you. So Kansept Main Street does have a nice clip on it. Look at that. Nice titanium pocket clip. I like that. Me likey this. Me likey this. Okay, that was the Main Street. The next one I have here is the Mini Lanza. The Mini Lanza is a Brandon Corbin design. I feel like I know that name. Is that the guy who... Is that the same Corbin who designed the knife with the Knoll Knives? Remember that Knoll Knives knife with Corbin? That was a while ago, but it was a cool knife. Yeah, it's him. Corbin something RX. Yeah, the Grace. That's right. This one has it's got whatchamacallit vibes. It's got vibes, man. It's got vibes. The hell's that guy's name? Birch Tree? You know Birch Tree? Corbin Dallas, dude. Holy shit. That's a throwback right there, dude. Great movie, man. Chris Tucker killed me in that movie. What a good one. Corbin Dallas. Yeah, she's a beaut, man. She is a beaut. Very, very nice looking knife. And again, it's got that kind of spear foot look. I guess it's more of a spear point than a spear foot. It's kind of, you know what it is, guys? It's kind of a spear poon. It's a spear poon. A spear poon. Should be a decent box opener. I don't love the lock bar access. There's not a ton of it, and it's very thin, so it's a little bit sharp getting in there, but it still works. It's a spoon. A spear poon, a spoon, yeah. And you got your little poon spoon right here. Got your poon spoon on your spoon. I like the milling lines on there. She got some pop on the detent, which feels nice. I think there might be a detent ramp in here. I don't like detent ramps. Maybe not. Man, she pops though. So yeah, I wish I had my mics on. I could let you hear it better, but let me know if that's coming through. Man, that sucker really bangs out. Bang. Where's the choil? Yeah, there's no choil. So you got to choke up onto this flat right here. That is, I guess, one issue. The plunge grind is coming out well past the edge termination. So that's going to be it's probably going to be a point of contention for some of you guys. I do feel something a little loose too. So let me figure out what that is. I mean, I have to really wrench on it to get it to show me blade place. It's got to be, there's a decent amount of pivot lash on this example, which if you guys aren't familiar with pivot lash, it basically means that the hole in the blade for the pivot is a little bit bigger than it needs to be. So there's a balance when you're manufacturing a knife. There's a balance to how big you want to make the hole, right? Because if you make the hole for the pivot too big, obviously that thing's going to be flopping all around on the pivot. If you make it too tight, then you don't get the droppy drop action, right? You're going to get a very stiff kind of feel, right? Unless you've taken the time to polish the shit out of both things. So when you're talking about mass production like this, they're going to make the hole in the blade a little bit bigger than the pivot. That is how these companies are able to give you that really nice droppy action, even though they're mass producing a knife. And it's the one thing that I think a lot of people just don't even notice or care about, because if there's a little bit of pivot lash, it doesn't really affect anything in the sense that, like, the lock's not gonna fail. It's not gonna make it difficult to open. It's not gonna do any of that. But it is a feel thing. Like, you can kind of feel when you have a little bit of pivot lash when you're opening and closing it, and it can also give the knife a little bit of a rattly, janky feel if there's too much of it. Other than that, if there's just a minimal amount, you have to hold it like this and do this, like push it in and out to even notice it. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but the trade-off for that is you get really nice action. And so I think these OEMs just, it's worth it. And I kind of agree that it is worth it. But I do want to point it out, you know what I mean, when I see it. So there's a thunderstorm going on, so that could be what was happening earlier. Yeah, if something, if power goes out or something, then it is what it is. Man, some lightning out there. Let's see if I can front flip this sucker. Ooh, she got it. Can you guys hear the thunder? Nah. Yeah, see, Kaiser, Kansept, they just don't jimp. Their jimping's not like rough enough, So she said it's not rough enough to get a good hold on it for stuff like this. But if you try hard enough, you can front flip it. But this is a cool one. This is the Mini Lanza from Corbin. Is it Corbin Blade Works? Corbin Steel Works. That's what it is. Corbin Steel WRX, I think. Corbin Steel Works. She's a good-looking knife, though. She's a good-looking knife. I like that one. Me likey. All right. So that was the Mini Lanza. What else we got? We got the strip. I'm not going to strip. I'm going to show you the strip, though. Dan just wiggled these two knives closed to me, and they have the pivot lash. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. Yeah. Yep. I just ruined a whole collection for some people. It's going to be extremely common, man. So I wouldn't fret about it. If it never bothered you before, don't let it bother you now. You know, it's present on, there's Divo knives that have it for sure. Like I said, it's a manufacturing trade-off. It's part of how they're able to produce 1,000 knives at a time and still have them be really good. You know, it's just kind of the way it is. This is cool. So this is the strip, kind of giving me Sparrow Knife Co. vibes. What's the knife called? What am I thinking? The Strix. I mean, it's different, but I'm just saying that comes to mind. I like, it's got more sharp angles. I like that. We got a front flipper. Oh, they actually jimped it pretty good on this one. Oh, yeah. I remember seeing a bunch of sheep's foot and Warney blades and being like, yes, sir. That's my kind of knife right there. Yeah, this one's cool. It is a frame lock, so not going to be super lefty friendly. It's kind of a bolster lock, but you know, they kind of how do I say this? It kind of defeats the purpose of a bolster lock. You know what I mean? Like if you're going to have a bolster lock, you want to cover the lock bar because it makes it, you know, bolster locks are nice because you can stay off the pivot and not lock it up, you know? Damn, it is really storming out there. That's crazy. So it's a little bit difficult to reverse flick. For me, left-handed, I got to be right on the clip. So not going to be necessarily for me being lefty, but I do like it. If I was right-handed, I think I'd be more into it. It does have a lot of sharp angles, so I'm a little worried about ergonomics on it. If you choke up, well, if you choke up, it feels great. Let me just fidget with it for a second, see if I notice any sharp spots. Oh, you got a good roll back there. So you can roll her back. You can reverse flick. You can thumb flick if you can stay off the lock bar. That didn't sound good. That sounded like a tree branch. You can reach around. It's very nice. Yeah, these spots right here are kind of sharp, but it's not the end of the world because ergonomically, you're not really in those areas, if that makes sense. You're not holding the knife in the sharp spots unless if you're doing it like left-handed on a right-handed knife, you are going to touch the sharp spots like down here. It's poking me in the palm. So I do feel it there, but if I operate it like right-handed, I never get hit with a sharp spot. I like this knife. This is a cool knife. I wish it had a backspacer, but I like the design a lot. Reach around. It's got all the fidgety moves. Detent's a little softer than I want, but I understand why. It has the front flipper, you know. This one doesn't have any pivot lash. No blade play, no lock rock, none of that. Looks good from this angle right here. Sexy looking knife. Yeah, it's a little tougher left-handed, but good ergos too. Good choke up grip. I like it. This one's in Magna Cut, and the designer is Ron Steele. Ron Steele Design. I'm not familiar with Ron Steele, but great job, Ron. Great job, Ron. Yes, I have checked out the Deadite. I have a video on the original Deadite. They did just ask me if I wanted to check out another version, but I opted for a different knife because they like offered me one of two knives, and one of them was like a new Keennison collaboration. I was like, hails to the year. Tri-State's review on the strip had me rolling because the designer's name sounds like a retired porn star. What, Ron Steele? I don't know. I don't know. Let's see. Damn, just check my $35 Def Con Ultralight. No lash. Well, that's good. Why are you saying damn? That's good. It seems all the Chinese vendors now have access to MagnaCut. I've seen 3 or 4 now, including Boschi. Oh yeah, dude, they've had MagnaCut for years. You've been able to get MagnaCut from Riot, Best Tech, and others for years. Like our buddy Knife Standards, he's used MagnaCut all the way back on the first standard, RR standard. We've never used it. Divo has never used it so we've never used it out of respect for Laren Thomas, because he, as far as I know, I never talked to him about it, but as far as I know, he specifically did not want MagnaCut to get to the Chinese market. So we've never used it. I've always been waiting until we could get a USA made knife done, and then we would use MagnaCut. But at this point, we'll probably use, Magna Max whenever that happens, which hopefully will happen sooner or later. The rain just stopped, got real quiet real quick. But anyway, that's the strip, man. That's a good one. The stripper, or the strip. Yeah, blade to handle ratio looks pretty good. I will say the one thing I don't love about it is the inlay, like the design of the inlay. I don't know. It looks a little bit off to me, but that's a really subjective thing. Like when we do knives with inlays, we struggle to design the inlay perfectly. Like, everybody has a different thought on it. So if you show 5 people a knife with an inlay, they'll all be like, oh, you could change it to this. Another person will want to change it to something else. And so it's really hard to please anybody with an inlay design, especially one with like this kind of shape, But I do wish they had just done a full inlay across, and then it would have been a bolster lock. And then I would be able to use this left-handed, no problem. It would make it easier to thumb flick it as well. So if they do another run of these, they should just do a full inlay across here. And then this side, I would do the same thing. It is what it is, but those are my thoughts on it. I think it's cool. My EDC Nimble XT I am carrying tonight at work don't have no pivot lash. Thanks for teaching me more. Yeah, you're welcome. It's funny. Everybody's checking for lash now. I will say, by the way, if anybody is curious, you are able to get rid of the pivot lash a lot of times with skiff bearings. That's one of the reasons I like putting skiffs in everything, because it will, if a knife has like minor pivot lash, it can get rid of it because the skiffs are tighter onto the pivot, and it can clear that up. But if there's enough pivot lash, then it doesn't help. I mean, it might help a little bit, but you'll still feel it. You know what I mean? But I have gotten rid of pivot lash. Not necessarily fixed it, but you're not able to feel it anymore if you use skiffs in some cases. So just want to put that out there. How fast did the Kaiser Mash sell out? So only one version dropped today. I think some people are under the impression that they all released today. So the only one that released was the White Mountain Knives version, the titanium one, and they had it at a stupid price. It was like $159, I think. And that might even be before discounts on a titanium mash when I think the aluminum versions are like the same or more than that. So this is the Contra, designed by Nathan Contra. I believe that's my boy, isn't it? Isn't that my boy? Isn't that my boy, K Nathan? Or no, wait, is it? This isn't spelled with a K though, but I feel like that's our boy. Somebody tell me in the comments, is that our boy Nathan's Knives, or is this somebody else? Anyway, this knife really stood out to me. This was the one that I specifically really wanted to see out of the batch. The Contra. It's got thumb studs and a front flipper. Yeah, it's just got a cool, I just like the way it swoops around. It's got that poon on there. Yes, that's Nathan's Knives. Hell yeah, that's my boy. Yeah, I love Nathan. He's the man. You got NC right here for Nathan Contra. Shout out to Nathan's Knives. There really could not be a better dude. Nathan is just a great guy, and he knows what he's doing with the mods he does, and I'm really happy to see him have some knife designs come out. By the way, this is the sickest grind I've ever felt on a Kansept, guys. This is like reminding me of when we did the nipple with Vosted. Have any of you guys tried the nipple? It has an unbelievably thin hollow grind, and Vosted doesn't really do hollow grinds, and they don't really do thin. Unless, I guess they do on their like ultra thin knives, like the Parallel or the Raccoon Slim or whatever. But like this is a hollow grind, and it is really thin and slicey. It's awesome. Okay. The reason I mention that is because that is what Nathan got Kansept to do. They also are not notorious for thin knives. This has a beautiful hollow grind. This is hard to show you guys, but it is a thin mofo. Let me see if I can close it up and show you. Maybe that'll be better. There you go. You can see it there. Look at that. It's probably about the same as the nipple. Yep. Look at that. Almost identical, to be honest. They're probably around the same height too. So it's probably going to be just as good of a slicer as the nipple. Look at that. Look at that, dude. This is a beauty right here. Yes, this is a tall hollow, man. This is the best Kansept knife, I think, that I've ever handled. The action is incredible, too. Look at that. She be popping. And then you got the front flipper, right? But they got the detent right for the studs. Oh, that rollback, though. Ooh, give me that. Give me that rollback. I don't know if I could do the old reach around now. Let me see. Oh, I'm on the lock bar. Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Can you reach around? Left hand? It's a little harder. I don't have a clip to grab. I'm going to drop it. I can front flip it, lefty. Flick it? I could kind of flick it, lefty. Not going to be the greatest lefty knife, but it can work. I like the pocket clip. Look at that, dude. Look at that clip. That is a flat saucer. That's a freaking spatula. Oh, I love that. Dude. Your boy Nathan's Knives just designed the best Kansept knife to ever release, in my opinion. So, man, just about the only thing I'm going to complain about is the plunge grind, but that's going to be basically every knife from these Chinese OEMs. It's usually an issue. The stop pin hits behind it, so I don't know how much you could cut a choil out, but I think you'd be okay. The stop pin hits right there. You can see the line right there. You see that line? That's where the stop pin hits. So you probably could cut a choil in. I don't care about that at all. I'll just take the smile. Man, the ergos are sick too. God damn, Nathan. Dude, Friday night gas station fight. Somebody messing with your Slurpee, dog? Yeah, that's right. I got my Contra on me, son. Yo. Did he name this knife after himself? I almost have to take it back. Is this still the greatest concept ever? He named it after himself. Nathan, what are you doing, man? You might as well have just called it the Nathan. The Nathan. That's it. The next Divo knife we do is going to be called the Kevin Mason Pierre. We'll just put our two names together. I'm just busting his balls, but that's hilarious. Yeah, this knife is sick. I keep hearing something cracking, and I'm pretty sure there's like a tree hanging out here. It's a little concerning. God damn it, I can't see shit. Yeah, it doesn't sound good. Sounds like something out there is broken. But yeah, anyway, shout out to Nathan. He killed it on this. Go buy one if you want to support Nathan's Knives. You should. Great dude. And he killed it. Not much else to say right there. Did I just cut the tree branch off? No. I was trying to see out the damn window. It's just can't see shit with the screen. You have Olights, man? Do I? Oh, yeah, I do have Olights. Check this out. I love this thing. This one came in the other day. It's a keychain light, but it has this cool magnetic thing on the back where you can, so you charge it with a USB-C, and then you can pop this up and it slaps on there. And then you can carry it around, and when you need to use it, you just pull it off. And then you got your little keychain light. It's got plenty of lumens. And if you want to use it while it's attached, you can. You just got to pull a little bit. It's got a little detent or spring or something. So you don't have to take it off. But I love this thing. And it's made out of their OAL material. So it's got like, you know, it's lightweight and durable, which is cool. Have you tried the Olight PLX gun light? Thinking of getting one. Yeah, I think I have a short on it. It's actually really good. The only thing I don't like is I wish they would use I wish they would use better LEDs, like a softer tone. Olight always uses these really bright colors, or sorry, very cool lights. Actually, this one's pretty good, but it's still probably like 5K. If they could do one at like 4, that would be sick. But they never do that. Does it tell you what this one is at? Probably not. Getting the specs on the LEDs is like pulling teeth a lot of times. I do have a couple of these new Woobins. This is called the E2. 150 lumen max. And it's got a necklace or something. Looks like they sent me 2 of these, so let's check this out. I'll put this in the giveaway for tonight. I had an idea for giving away something unique. That's the one I bought to replace the older USB-A one I lost. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Holy shit, this is small. The USB-A one is the one that I had. It comes with a little charger and shit. Where's the necklace part? Is that in there? Oh, it's got like a little metal chain, which is useless in my opinion. Holy shit, this is tiny. Look at this thing. This is the Woobin E2. Let me guess. We'll see, but let me guess. Does it have the gay RGB in the back here? That's what everybody does now. Everybody wants the RGB. I think it's like crossbar locks. Who the hell wants it? All right, so it looks like it glows. So it's got some Robibond stuff going on here. It's got a strip of lights back there. That's interesting. If you hold, see, I just heard it again. I don't know if you guys can hear that crack. That does not sound fucking good at all. I really should probably go out there and look, because that tree hangs over my, I think it hangs over my son's room. But yeah, so there's this light. Is this a UV? Wait, it's gone now. Is it just a battery indicator? Yeah, I don't know. It's not, I think it's just a blue light. There's got to be a way to turn this on. Apparently not. Is it locked? Oh. So one click does this. Then you can hold it and it does that strobe thing. So there it gets brighter. Strobe thing. All right, it's got a couple of modes or whatever, but it never switches to this light up front. Oh, double click gives you the police signal. There we go. Another double click and you get the front light. Now, will it work every time? Yeah, okay. So it has memory on that setting, which is pretty cool. Now it'll probably cycle this one. That's pretty cool. I mean, this thing is tiny and it has a lot of shit on it. And it doesn't have the gay RGB stuff, which is cool. I don't need the 7-color thing that they put on everything now. This is tiny. Like, hopefully you guys are understanding how small this is. So she said, here's the Olight one for the keychain. Basically the same size, right? I think it's even lighter, by the way, because it's, you know, made out of plastic instead of aluminum. And it's definitely got more features. So it's an alternative to your Olight keychain light or whatever you have. And then you just have a little relatively tough plastic cover for the USB-C. So that's pretty cool. That's the Woobin E2. I'm going to include this one in the giveaway. I'll show you what else we're going to give away. And I'm actually, I think, gonna wrap this up a little earlier than usual because I want to go make sure my house isn't falling apart, and 2, try to actually get some sleep tonight because I haven't had any this week. At least not at normal hours, you know. Oh, the instructions are like getting crammed down there. So the other thing I wanted to give away was one of those I wanted to give away one of those crazy slip joints I showed you guys last week, or was it 2 weeks ago, that Dave Warren sent me. It's like a Chinese brand. I think it was called like Sao knife or something, and it had this crazy camo on it. I thought one of you guys might actually like it, because I don't like the weird anno on it. All right, I got it back in the box. Jeez. So this is the knife I'm talking about. It's 20 CV, and I believe it's titanium. It has a pocket clip. Oh, it's not a slip joint. It's a flipper. So it's a Lanny's clip style knife, but it has this goofy camo on it. But it is titanium and 20 CV. So, you know, it's got decent materials. The build quality is not bad at all. Ooh, you can get the reverse flick on that. There it is. So this will be the giveaway tonight. Will the coating last? I have no idea, man. And I don't know what the heck it is. If it's some kind of Cerakote or if it's a PVD. If it's a PVD, then it's, you know, it's probably solid. But your bet is as good as mine. But yeah, I'm going to give that away with the Woobin E2. So you get a little EDC package right there. Little EDC package. Let me, I got to set up a giveaway, so you got to give me a second. Go on Drop Beacon here and figure it out. While you're over on Drop Beacon, to get in on this giveaway, you should probably go get in on the MASH giveaway. There's a spot where I can see my giveaways or whatever. I don't know why it's not showing up. Am I not logged in? I don't know. My pocket dumps. No, I don't want it. I don't want to take a dump. Oh, here it is. My giveaways. All right. Just bear with me a second. Live stream giveaway. Sal knife and Woobin E2. And big shout out to Dave Warren for providing this stuff, or providing the Sal knife. I did pass around the other ones he sent me, so I want to be careful though not to not to say to you because, you know, kind of separate. It got a little confusing when I did the live stream last time because it's like to me, he's to you, right? Like Dave Warren is to you. But then I was like unboxing Kansept knives from him. So it's like you go to Tuya Knife US to buy the Kansept knife. And then Kansept was like, hey, can you make sure you like, you know, keep us separate or whatever? Like, make sure you explain that. I'm like, yeah, but like, you know, the website and so anyway, that was fun. So here's the giveaway link. Put that in the chat there, guys. And then I'm going to change the QR code as well. All right. So that QR code now up in the corner is going to take you to the giveaway for the live stream. Again, make sure when you're there that you also sign up for the MASH giveaway because you might as well, right? Let me find. I'm gonna trying to pin that comment for you guys as well. There we go. There we go. Okay. It's also pinned in the chat for you. So if you can't use the QR code or find it in the comments, it's pinned at the top. Do you have to have an account to enter? Great question, Rob. Yes, you do, but it is free. You're not paying for the membership. And then I have a link to get you a free year of the pro membership. So there's a link in the description of pretty much every video. It should be in the description of this one. We're going to find out. I'm going to go look. And you can follow that and get a free year of their pro membership. Also, Rob, if you want, you should talk to Matt over at Drop Beacon. I don't know. You guys might be able to help each other out. It's a great platform for creators because you can get all your affiliate links on his page on Drop Beacon. So you like right now, a lot of us use beacons for links, or we used to use Linktree. You can use Drop Beacon just for that if you want, and it's free. So he can set you up as a creator on there, and it also helps promote your channel. So it's a good relationship to have. So anyway, let me know if you want to talk to Matt. I can connect you, Rob. What was I going to go check? I was going to go check the description. Let's see. I might not have anything today. No, there it is. Yeah, it's right in the description, right under the Kansept link. If you guys want to pick up any of these concepts, you guys can, of course, use my link. That's down there. You can use the code Lefty10. Save yourself 10% while you're at it. Yeah. And another reason, Rob didn't ask any of these questions, but another reason I love Drop Beacon is the giveaway tool that we're using right now, because trying to find a platform to do giveaways on is annoying. Like StreamYard, I can do the StreamYard giveaway thing, but people kind of hate that, the hashtag thing or whatever. And then, you know, there's like comment picker or whatever. You know, if you try to do a giveaway on Instagram or a giveaway on Facebook or something, it can be frustrating to try to find an app to do it unless you want to pay for comment picker, which I was paying like $8 a month for years. I didn't even realize. So Drop Beacon has a free tool you can set up, like I just did. I just set up this giveaway. It took me 2 minutes to set it up. And then people can just go enter with one click if they have an account. If they don't, they can get an account for free and enter. And basically that's it. And then whenever the giveaway is over, it sends an email to everybody. So it'll send an email saying, hey, you didn't win this time. And I think it tells you who won or what number won. And then the person who wins, they get an email that says, hey, you won. Fill out this form with your address. And then that gets sent to whoever ran the giveaway, and then you know who to send it to. So you don't have to wait on emails or try to track somebody down. The whole thing is just so much easier. Drop Beacon is great. It really is. You've got such good features on there to help creators and consumers, in my opinion, of course. You're predicting number 24 is going to win it. Is that you? I used Divo 10 today at White Mountain Knives. Ah, sick, Justin. Thank you. Yeah, I had him add that so I could promote Divo 10 instead of Lefty 10. I don't know why. I just wanted to start doing that. Yeah, I get a bunch of those loser emails. Well, I'm not talking about those, Larry. When people just email you to tell you you're a loser, that's something else. I'm talking about for giveaways specifically. Oh, boy. Too funny. All right, I might give you guys a couple more minutes, but I'm thinking I'm going to wrap this live up pretty soon. I'm pretty zonked out and ready to crash. We got through the concepts. We talked about the mesh. White Mountain Knives drop. The rest of them drop on the 1st. Well, not the rest of them, but the other versions that are announced drop on the 1st. We covered that. Oh, I might show you those prototypes real quick. That might be the last thing I do. So I'll do that real quick, and then we'll do the giveaway. So the new prototypes I have are from QSP, and we haven't used QSP in a while. We used QSP for the original stout, and then we used them on the pony stout for the first run of budget pony stouts and the first run of premium pony stouts. And other than that, we hadn't used QSP for years until we did the nip slip with Austin at TPK. Well, we decided to do a larger version of the nip slip. So this is the nip L slip. This is the nipple slip. So this is the all stonewash version with red bone. So this has a red bone inlay and then stonewashed titanium handle, stonewashed L-Max blade. We are planning to send out a poll, I think. I was talking to TPK about it to try to figure out if it's possible, but I wanted to do a poll to see what steel you guys wanted on the nipple slip. So hopefully they'll be able to do that, and then you guys can choose the steel that goes on to the nipple slip. So if S90V gets the most votes, great. If Van X gets the most votes, L-Max, 20CV, S45, whatever. We'll give you a list of options and we'll see which one wins. I don't think they can do crew wear, but it's super comfortable in the hand. It's a great size. So this one is kind of a normal size. The nip slip is very small. This one is I believe a 4-inch handle. Let me check the blade. With traditionals, they always go by the handle, which confuses the shit out of me. It is a 3-inch blade, essentially. Yep, 3-inch blade and a just maybe just shy of 4 inches, 4-inch handles. It's basically a 7-inch knife. So it's like the size of a small boy, probably. Yep, there you go. Almost exactly the same size as a small boy. But it is a nipple slip. And it has a full height hollow grind. So that hollow grind comes all the way up to the top of the spine here. Back here it doesn't, but up here it comes up all the way. And I mean, the hollow is still all the way up here. So it's nice, thin, slicey mofo. So that is the bone version. We were just, we know what carbon, fat carbon, we know what that's going to look like in an inlay. So not saying we're not going to do those. But we wanted to try some of the more traditional materials just to see. The walk and talk is fantastic. Looks kind of like a beefy lush. Yeah, it kind of does actually. Because the nip, I believe the nip was actually kind of a smushed down lush, if I remember correctly, when Colin initially did that design. But I'm not positive. So that's the red bone. And then check this one out. This is a combination that I kind of just came up with. I thought we'd just give her a shot. So this is crystallized titanium. It's raw crystal tie with an abalone inlay. Crystal tie, abalone inlay, belt satin blade. Look at that sucker right there. Huh? That looks pretty good. That looks pretty sick. Yeah, this one's a good size, man. It really fits my hand well. This would be a great EDC knife, I think, for anyone who just doesn't like a locking knife for whatever reason, or maybe you can't have a locking knife where you are. I'll double check the blade length, but if it's like right at 3 inches, maybe we'll get it just under 3, because I think there's like a 3-inch limit in some places. So maybe we'll make sure it's right under 3. But that walk and talk, man. Man, that's nice. Yeah. I'm happy with it. I think these will be fun. The nip slip, it wasn't our best-selling knife or anything, but I don't know. I just really like a nice, like, premium built slip joint. I don't really want the budget slip joints. I don't know why, but they don't appeal to me. I was a huge fan of the Jack Wolf knives when they were premium slip joints. I know that not everybody felt that way, and obviously he had to change his business model a bit, but I was a big fan of those. And so, we still want to do that. We just have to be mindful. So we're not going to do a huge run or anything. And we might do some traditional handles and stuff just to, maybe that makes more sense as opposed to like fat carbon or whatever. Plus, this is a normal size. It's not a micro knife like the nip slip. So maybe that'll help too. But we'll see. We'll see if people are into it. What size is the blade on the Proto? Yeah, I just measured it. What was it, like 3 inches? So the cutting edge is 2 and what? Not, it's, I suck at 2 5/8, I think is what I'm trying to say. 2 5/8 on the cutting edge, and then the blade length is 3 inches. It's 3 inches to where the handle juts out here. 3 inches. So it might well be $2.99, 2.99. But yeah, that sucker slaps, dude. I don't know if there's any lasering in there. I can't remember if we did anything. We usually do. Yep, there it is. Divo knives. Does it have TPK anywhere? It'd be weird if it didn't. Don't see TPK in there, but it should be. Obviously, address that if it's not. And then I think it says LMAX. Yeah, it says LMAX. So very cool. Those are the two for the prototype. I wanted to do, let me know what you guys think about it. But, man, I could play with a slip joint like this all day long. The bone version. So on the bone version, I personally would like to see some of the neon colors. Let me know what you guys think of that. I would like to see pink, green, orange, those type of colors on the inlay. The red looks good too. I'd like to just have a version that has everything else the same, and then just, you know, different inlay colors. And then people could choose if they want pink, green, orange, yellow, blue, red, you know. We could just do like 25 of each color or something. I don't know. I'm not sure if QSP will do it, but it seems simple enough. Just change the inlay color. Nothing else is changing. Not sure I love the stonewash look. I'm not a big stonewash guy. I'm definitely more partial to the belt satin and stuff. But still, man, it feels great. Yeah. So I'll do a video comparing this with the nip slip, comparing it with the nip, comparing it with the nipple. So here's the Vosti nipple. They're actually very different. So on the nipple, it's taller. It's kind of more, it's got more of that cleavery thing going on, where this one's more slimmed out. So we could probably make the blade taller, but I don't know. I kind of like it the way it is. Yeah, I dig it though. So I don't know. We'll see when they come out. I don't know if it's possible, but I will probably try to get Troy out of retirement to make us some slips for the drop. That would be awesome. I don't know if he would do it. I haven't talked to Troy in forever, but that would be cool. And yeah, so that's the nipple slip. Feel free to let Austin know at TPK if you guys have any feedback or anything, or there's certain colorways or something you want to see. Definitely let Austin know. So he, he gets the 411 on that. If you guys agree with me that you want to see cool hot pink and shit, let him know. Let's see. Whoops. That version is sweet. If it was a locking knife, I'd be all over it. Well, we have locking knives. You could get the Lush. Well, you can't get it right now, but we've had the Lush, which is a very similar knife. So, and the nipple from Vosti. So you got options. I love my ABW slip joint. It's pretty similar, probably. think that may be the best sounding slip joint. Nah, you haven't. Have you tried a nip slip? The nip slips are ridiculous sounding because they're, I don't know if it's because they're smaller, but the springs are a little bit tighter. Like it's like a 9 out of 10 pull, but because it has a tall blade and a big old, long pull, it's so easy to grab. Oh my God, the nip slip is my favorite slip joint to fidget with. It's unbelievable. Let's see. It's always best to go a little under in case cops don't measure very well. That's hilarious. It's got a light but very nice walk and talk and has a nice smooth stone wash. What are they talking? What are you guys talking about? It's really nice. Oh, you have a Surge knife slip joint. Yes, those are good. I have a couple of videos on those. I bought one at Blade Show West a couple years ago. Yeah, those are pretty sick. The raw tie abalone looks sick. Yeah, that crystal tie looks dope. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's a deal, dude. 115. Man. Give me like a highlighter blue color. Okay. Highlighter blue. That would be kind of cool, actually, dude. It's a good idea. Neon is cool. Hell yeah. Mother of pearl inlay. Isn't that what the abalone is? Isn't that basically mother of pearl? 90s, right? What do you mean 90s? Like, you just mean the neon colors? Like, it's 90s stuff? I mean, that's why I'm into it for sure. No, that's perfect. I'm not sure what you mean exactly, the blade height or whatever. No release date. That's just a prototype. So, we have to order them and then, it's a whole process. So those will probably be out next year. Hot pink sounds great. Hafi, what up, dude? Got the box today. Thanks so much. The bed comforter was a neat surprise. Might use it as a pool cover instead, though. Cheers. I have no idea what you're talking about. What do you mean the bed comforter? I think I sent you a hat. I don't know what else. I'm confused. I know that's a joke, but maybe just talking about Divo cloth. Don't know when they would drop. Sorry. Duty's Daggers has a Surge slip joint video. It's super nice. Mother of pearl, mostly white with iridescent to it. Okay. Then I wouldn't like it. I don't like white stuff on my knives. That sounded wrong. Poking fun at the size of the mouse pad? A comforter? I don't know, man. I don't know if that was funny. Rearranged the bench a bit. Got it to fit. All right, well, there you go, man. Be careful. It'll get dirty, though. Luckily, I have a bunch of them, but they get dirty if you do disassemblies on them, So you don't like silver 12? Yeah, not really. Silver twill is okay. It's not necessarily white, though. Silver twill is kind of grayish and silver, but I'd rather have the regular carbon fiber twill, like the weave carbon fiber that Kubi has is spectacular, especially if it's got, contour to it. I'd much rather have that than the twill look. And that's why you guys don't see a lot of fat carbon on our stuff, because a lot of the fat carbon has white in it, like Arctic Storm and the other storm and the other storm. They all have like some white in them, and I just don't like it. I just think it looks kind of gross. Camo Carbon, you know, their base is like a black glossy look. And that's what I really like. So you said you might make the blade taller, like the nipple slit, like the nipple. But I think it's perfect. Yeah, I agree. I think it's pretty good. Maybe make it a C hair taller, but yeah. Kev, 9, not 5. Wait, nice beverage choice. But have you tried the coconut? Yes, I have, and I did not like it. I love coconut, but it just didn't make sense with Dr. Pepper. Have you tried the Coke, the cherry float Coke? It's pretty good, but nothing beats the Dr. Pepper cream soda. Except occasionally when I'm feeling it, if it's like hot or whatever, you know what's really good? An orange cream soda. Orange cream soda is the shit. Coconut rum in Dr. Pepper. Yeah, I don't drink, but yeah, that actually sounds pretty good. Do the fat carbon glass on the nip. Now, I think you mentioned this last time, or somebody did. I need to check it out because it does not look interesting to me at all. The glass stuff. It kind of looks gross, to be honest. Yeah, creamsicle. Yeah, it's the shit. All right. Let us wrap this up. Let me go to this giveaway. Let's see what's going on here. That's the wrong one. Go here. August. What? No. Reload. All right. Here we go. We got 53 entries. Are you guys sure? Is that your final answer? 53 entries to the giveaway tonight. I just want to make sure that's the final answer. Because usually we get more than that. It's pinned in the comments, and there's a link right here. Take the QR code, and if you're not signed up on Drop Beacon, just go in the description of this live stream, and there's a link to EDC for me, Drop Beacon. That'll get you a free year membership on their pro level. Refresh. There's more than that. What did you just enter? Yeah. Now there's 55. I only drink a few times a year, but stumbled onto the coconut rum in Dr. Pepper earlier this year, and it was quite good. You know what would also be good is probably like Bailey's. Bailey's in Dr. Pepper? That would probably be some shit right there. Although, no, wait, Bailey's is like coffee flavored, right? Isn't there one that's like vanilla flavored? If there was like a vanilla cream flavored alcohol and you put that in Dr. Pepper, that would be the shit. I think Bailey's is coffee flavored, so never mind. By the way, no QR code on screen. Yeah, you're right. It's not even there. That's funny. Well, here it is. Let's hope it goes to the right place. Oh, man. They want my info to sell. No, they're not going to sell your info, dude. They want to send you emails to try to sell you shit, but they don't want to sell your info. I know the guy behind Drop Beacon. Trust me, he's not stealing your info. What in the world is dirty Mountain Dew? Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of the dirty stuff. I know I don't eat there often because I don't really like McDonald's. I'm more of a Wendy's guy. I'm a spicy chicken kind of guy from Wendy's. But McDonald's had different like sodas. They had like a dirty Dr. Pepper. And they had one other one. It was some kind of like high C combo. That was interesting. It was kind of cool to see them take an attempt at it. Cream soda, Mountain Dew. That's kind of crazy right there. I don't know. Could be good though. How long till the binge? Yeah, it'll be a while. That one will be next year. The next ones to come out will probably be, well, obviously we have the mash from Kaiser. Then we have the Ramette Bender. And then the Tall Boy V 1 3/4 is going to drop probably in November, October, November. And then the Mega Boy and the Mega Growler are going to drop probably by the end of the year. And then early next year, you're probably looking at the Mash V3. So our version of the Mash V3. Those are going to be sick. There's like 20 versions coming, all different combinations of colors and finishes. It's really cool. Kubi's now able to do different PVD colors. So you can do like the copper and rose gold PVDs. So you're going to see that shit. It's going to be pretty sick. We got different camo carbons we've never used before. We have dealers we've never worked with before. It's going to be fun. So that's the Mash V3. And then the Binge L will come out after that. So that'll probably be like, I don't know, maybe winter 2027. So it'll be like early 2027 on the Mash and the Binge L. And then we're getting ready to order a budget run of the Nip V2 and the Big Boy. So you're going to see the Big Boy and the Nip V2 in 14C 28N. You're going to see aluminum versions, and you're going to see camo carbon versions of those. We're trying to keep them as affordable as possible. We're trying to get the price as close to $100 as we can on either of those. It's, you know, on the Big Boy, we're probably not going to get to 100, but you know, I think on the Nip V2, I think we're going to get close to 100, at least on the aluminum. On the camo carbon, I'm not sure. They might be a little over 100, and then the Big Boy will probably be like, you know, $15 more or something like that. But anyway, budget runs of those two combined, and we're going to have matching versions. So you're going to see the Nip V2 and the Big Boy, and they're going to have the same exact configurations, which is going to be pretty interesting. And we're doing that with Blade City. And then what else? I mean, I just named a whole shit ton of stuff. And then we will have, I need to get an order in on the Mini Growler and the Growler XL V2s. So those two, we're going to do a combined order of those two. So we'll have like a Mini Growler and an XL V2, and we'll do the same model, so the same finishes and everything. But we'll have both models. So it'll be, you know, you could pick your size. Last time it was pick your steel on growlers. Now it's going to be pick your size. Maybe we'll do both. I don't know. That's a lot, but that's everything we're like is happening, is already in the works, etc. And then there's other stuff that we're still finalizing to get orders in on. So plenty of stuff coming from us in the near future. Don't you worry. We also just signed I don't think we signed anything, but we have a deal with Katuo on the Buzz. So they're going to do a button liner lock Buzz. That's going to be sick. We have our only backlock design. So Colin and I really wanted to do a backlock. It's just something we both were interested to try to see if we could bring it back. Nobody does backlocks anymore. We just thought it would be fun. So we designed a backlock. This was years ago. It's called the Bock, B-O-C-K. It's a type of beer, Bock. And backlock, Bock just made sense. And we were afraid to make the knife because we didn't know if anybody would buy a backlock. So we talked to a newer brand, and they are making the Bock. Apparently, there's prototypes in the works on that, and that should be pretty fun. But that's Olatons. So we have that going with Olatons. Listen, I'm pretty sure it's Olatons. Yeah. I'm going to mix up shit here soon. So that'll be sick. And then we're waiting on the samples of the updated screwdriver, which has been in the works for a while. Get Good Screw just got back to us, said they were almost done. So we'll be checking those out, placing an order on screwdrivers to get some more of those. So yeah. And we ordered new mugs. In case anybody wants a new Divo mug, I think probably it'll be like for the fall that we'll have them. So maybe like Halloween again, like last time. We'll have some new mugs. We just did the Divo logo this time. So it'll just be a sick USA made, like real, whatever they're called. Have you seen our mugs? They're dope. They're made by Deneen Pottery in Minnesota, I believe. Is it Wisconsin or Minnesota? Really nice mugs. But we just did the Divo logo, and we picked two different mug styles, so they're not the same as last time, and all different colors, so that'll be cool. And yeah, that's all the shit I can think of right now off the top of my head. And if you guys are interested in the mats, they're on the website. So one of the Divo mats, the mouse pads, the big old keyboard pads, or desk pad for disassembly or taking your guns apart or whatever, check out DivoKnives.com under the swag section. All right, I'm going to try to shut up. Phew, it tastes like citrus soda. Blech. Good Lord, bro. That's a lot. Yeah, it's a lot, man. I know. And guess where, dude, all of it is in here. Like, I've done one spreadsheet for a knife because I had to figure out the finances on it. Yeah, but other than that, like, I should probably have spreadsheets for everything to keep track of everything, but it's literally just all in my head for the most part. And I, obviously I try to keep track of it all, which somehow, it works. Lum Monkey mug. Their privacy policy says they don't sell your data, so I guess if they do, you can go after them. I've never gotten anything sent to my alias, but them so far for months, so I don't see them selling mine. Okay. AT Knives, yo, what up? What's up, Luis? Somebody mentioned the Catalyst earlier. That's Lewis's newest knife. I'll show you guys. It should be on his website. If you go to atknives.net, you can see it. Oh yeah, it's sexy, dude. It's a sexy design. Check this out. This is the AT Knives Catalyst. Beautiful knife. So you have all satin. You have the blue anodized with belt satin. You got the full DLC. Let me see that full DLC. Then you got the acid stonewash. $260. I believe these are in Vanix. No, S90V. S90V steel, all DLC, 260. I mean, come on. That's sick, dude. That is sick. This one's sold out. Shit. They're all sold out. What the hell? Damn, dude. Do you have more that you're dropping, or did you already drop them and they're gone? Cooking up a drop in about a week or so. Ah, okay. So there are more coming if you guys are interested. It is sick. That's real pretty. It's a liner lock. Is it an inset tab lock or is it a frame lock? Shit, I don't actually remember. Let's let Lewis answer instead of me. I think it's a inset tab lock, but I could be wrong. It could be a frame lock. It's a frame lock. Okay. So yeah, most of you guys will prefer that. I would prefer, obviously, a liner lock because I'm left-handed. Inset tab lock would be my preference, but frame lock is sick too. Yeah, so if he have it, he should have a newsletter on his website. Sign up for that, and then you'll get notification when he does the drop, or just follow him on Instagram or something. But Lewis is a great dude. I've known Lewis for like 5 years now, pretty much since I started my YouTube channel, because he's local to me. I've hung out with Lewis a bunch of times. He's helped us with QC a bunch of times. He's helped us at our booth at Blade Show. And I've seen Lewis, work his ass off when it comes to designing the knives, doing as much of it as he can himself, like trying to learn CAD and all that shit. Making sure like his designs are super unique. They're sexy as hell. I mean, like, you look at Lewis and you're like, you designed this fucking sexy ass knife. Like sometimes I kind of wonder, but yeah, he's put in a lot of work. And then at knife shows, I've seen him at knife shows. He's got the table going. He's hustling. Before he had a table, when he was just getting it started, he would, help us at our booth. There's been times where he would man our booth at the show so that I could go take a piss or walk around and, try to see some shit. So Lewis has been a good buddy, and I really wish him the best. And I'm hoping that you guys buy the Catalyst and support our boy, because if anyone deserves it, it's Lewis. So those are my thoughts on the Catalyst and AT Knives. Fantastic company and dude. So, you guys buy in confidence. Kubi is the OEM. Kubi is the OEM. So the quality's definitely going to be there. I handled the prototypes. I haven't handled a production one yet, but the prototypes were really nice. So trust me, if you all don't have a Catalyst, go pick one up. It's an amazing knife design. Sick, dude. Hell yeah. So yeah, sounds like he has a drop coming up. So keep your eyes peeled for that. Give him a follow on Instagram and his newsletter or wherever. Motor City EDC. Hey Kevin, any small boy kit update? Yeah, they're in the works, man. Hopefully we'll have them in the next couple of weeks. It was supposed to be a month, and it's probably been a month. So I assume they're going to be done soon. I did have to get them to add some Zircuti clips because we had some issues with the Growler V3 clips. So I have some extra Zircuti clips coming, and maybe that took a little longer. I don't know. Yeah. All right, let's run this giveaway here. I have yapped enough. I was gonna shut her down at like 12. It's 12:30 now. All right, we got 61 entries. I'm gonna reload it one more time. All right, we're gonna hit draw winner. I'm gonna hold on. Let me share it. Hold on. Let me read this question first. Hey Kev, I tried to get a WMK exclusive Divo Kaiser Stout at 9:30 a.m. and they were sold out. Does that mean they sold all 200 of them, or are there more available? Let me know. I don't know, but I think it means they sold all 200 of them. White Mountain Knives usually just sells them all. They don't do like split up drops or anything like that. So yeah, they're probably gone at this point. We do have a giveaway going for this one, which is number 000 of 200. That one is being given away, and you can enter it on Drop Beacon, which is what I'm showing now on the screen. There's a link in the description of the live stream for Drop Beacon. You can sign up, and then you can get in on all their giveaways. So there's a chance for you to get one still, and I would venture to guess there's probably going to be some on Blade Binge in the near future. Hopefully not for more than retail, but we'll see. All right, one more reload. There we got one more person there. And now we're going to hit draw winner. Okay. Here we go. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Who's it going to be? 17. Oh, sorry, man. It wasn't 24 or whatever. Patness. Is that Patness Everdeen? Sorry. Thanks, Kev. Always appreciate you. Looking for my first Drop Beacon win. Man. Sorry, Nate. You didn't win. You didn't win, man. But Patness Everdeen won. Shout out to Patness. They sold 200 in a half hour. That's kind of crazy, actually. Awesome. Yeah, he said 9:30, but he might be West Coast, so it was probably 9 a.m. 9 a.m. his time was the drop. So he was saying in a half hour they were gone, which is cool, but not good for some people. I get that. And yeah, so if you didn't get one, I'm sorry. We didn't control any of that stuff. It's just our design, but we suck at that too sometimes. It's just very difficult to know what people are going to buy and how many of them. And then sometimes you don't know ahead of time if something's going to be the most popular version. It's just difficult, So, try to give White Mountain Knives, Kaiser some slack. It is what it is. They usually, to give them credit, White Mountain Knives and Kaiser, they usually, when something sells super fast, they will get more made as soon as they can. And the one thing I'll tell you guys about White Mountain Knives is that Justin over there, he's the owner, he's a guy I talked to. He looks at the notify me list. So if you guys ever see something out of stock and it says notify me, don't just skip away from that. If you really want something, put your email in there in the notify thing, because he keeps track of that. Like, he'll tell me, hey man, we have 200 people signed up for this version of this or whatever. So that can help us figure out how many is something to order, and it helps him determine if he wants to order something, like he can look and say, hey man, there's like 400 or 500 people signed up for a Growler V2. So obviously we should order the Growler V3s. It helps him decide stuff. So don't ever shy away from the notify me stuff on websites. People look at that. Just want to put that out there. They will be on Blade Bench for 100 over retail. You think so? I don't know. What did I win? You want a good time, man. You want a good time. I don't know. You didn't win anything, Dale. Sorry. It was a given. Yep. Congrats to Katniss. I met the guys from WMK a couple of weeks ago. They're really cool people. Yeah, I've never met them. Believe it or not, I've never actually talked to them on the phone or met them in person. I've only ever emailed with them. That's just the way we've always done business. It's weird. Honestly, I didn't think that Justin over there talked to anybody. So yeah. Vosti sold 400 in minutes. 400 what? What'd they sell at 400 in minutes? What are we talking about? Oh, their Thunderbolt, Thunder Beast thing. Yeah, I had one of those and I put it in my whatnot sale, and somebody paid like $375 for it or something. The voodoo doll, yeah, that would be a sick one. That's one that I would love to check out at some point. I didn't know they actually came out. It's been years, but I've always wanted a mini voodoo. So yeah, once those get more available or whatever, I'll definitely try to snag one. All right, that's it. I hope you guys have a fantastic night, a fantastic weekend if I don't talk to you guys, and I'll see you next week. I got to think about what we're going to talk about next week. I do have a whole stack of the new Tack Knives rock pattern zippers. He sent me like every color. So I was thinking about doing that for a live stream and giving away a few of them. So let me know what you guys think of that. But otherwise, I will find something and we'll unbox that next week. So I love you guys. Hope you have a great night, and I'll catch you later. Peace.